Gayatri also says yes. Rohan also yes. Okay, a lot of yeses. So I believe we are good to go. Let's start with the session because okay, let me see something else on the chat. Okay, so we'll start. Now, of course, the agenda of the session that was shared, that will be a part of it. But there are a lot of misconceptions about how art can help in healing, how what art therapy is for some of you. Maybe this term is new as well. So we'll spend a couple of moments to just understand the role art plays in healing the self. Okay. Now, how is art different? Now, if we go by the traditional ways, we know that exercise is there for the body. If we want to heal anything that is there at a physical level, exercise helps. And there is enough research which says that even if there's something at a mental level, also exercise helps. So there was research which said that if someone is in depression and is taking an antidepressant, the effects of that antidepressant on the brain's wiring of that person is same as when the person exercises. So exercise acts as an antidepressant. Okay. Now this is for the body, and we all know that meditation is for the mind. So the body benefits from movement and the mind benefits from stillness. I'll repeat once again. The body benefits from movement and the mind benefits from stillness. And both of these are important for a healthy body and mind. Now, what art does is art fosters connection between both body and mind to promote healing. तो हमें बॉडी भी यूज करना है माइंड भी यूज करना है इसीलिए आर्ट इज अ लिटिल डिफरेंट वे ऑफ एक्सप्रेशन इट इज फन and it engages both your body and mind. Okay. Now, what are the different types of art? We'll not go much into the details, but just a list. There is drawing, there is painting, there is sculpting, performing, meaning any kind of movement. But more important for us is art therapy, which is a term which some of you would have heard of, some of you may not have. Now, it is said that art therapy is a form of psychotherapy. Now, the word psycho means mind, मन के लिए. मन के लिए जो हम therapy करते हैं, लेकिन using art meaning it is a form of psychotherapy involving encouragement of free self-expression through art. Okay. There are, just as people study 2 years of psychology courses, counseling psychology, clinical psychology, organization psychology, 2 साल आर्ट थेरेपी की भी पढ़ाई करते हैं एंड इट इज मोर पॉपुलर आउटसाइड इंडिया. ओके. एंड देर आर सर्टेन क्लिनिकल प्रैक्टिकल केस स्टडीज वेर इन जो क्लाइंट या पेशेंट या एनीवन इन जनरल जो हम कॉन्शियसली लोगों को एक्सप्रेस नहीं करना चाहते, जो हमारे सबकॉन्शियस में है, अवचेतन मन में है, उसको भी हम एक्सप्रेस कर सकते हैं थ्रू आर्ट थेरेपी. दैट्स द पावर ऑफ आर्ट थेरेपी. सो यू माइट ऑल्सो नॉट कम टू नो that something is there in a hidden format, but because of this art therapy, you will get to know. Okay, and we'll understand this through the exercises that we do today. Now, just to give you a brief background, major broad categories of art therapy, there are 4 types. One is dance movement. Yes, it is also known as uh, drama that you see is also known as psychodrama, meaning drama or any kind of movement that helps you entangle the patterns of the mind. That is also there. Then you have music, which we all must have experienced कि हमारा mood ठीक हो जाता है music सुन के. Then there is something known as binaural beats. How many of you have heard of binaural beats? Can anyone tell me? Anyone who has heard of binaural beats? If no, you can write no so that I know that, okay, I'll have to explain. Okay, Rohan
No,
says
ma'am.
no. Okay. So, we know that human beings can hear particular frequencies. It's some range of 20 hertz to 20 kilohertz or some particular range, right? Some figure in 20. Now, there are sounds which are beyond this. जो इसके beyond है, जो आपको सुनाई नहीं देगा, but it reaches the brain. So I will share videos of that in the WhatsApp group as well. What binaural beats done is there are experimentations done. So like for example, I'm taking this workshop. Okay. ऐसा एक workshop लिया गया जहाँ पे I'm delivering a session and there were a group of participants. In the next room, the same workshop after the same speaker. Okay. After this 1 hour, let's say 6 to 7, I'm taking your workshop. 7 to 8 in the same room, I take another workshop. The difference is In the first workshop, there was no music, there was no binaural beats being played at the background. And in the second workshop, the same speaker, the same presentation, the same content, everything remains the same. Binaural beats were played in the background, which no one could hear. Participants को समझ में भी नहीं आ रहा था कि कोई म्यूजिक प्ले भी हो रहा है. Why? Because it was beyond the frequency which human beings can hear. And at the end of the workshops, now they had to enroll into something. They had to take action when it came to something, right? That was the workshop was all about. It was seen that the second group, the participants in the second group were able to do better. Why? Because of the binaural bit. Something was working at a subconscious level. That's why music works. There are some sounds that heal, some Tibetan sounds that heal. You will find enough number of videos on YouTube as well. And the last is visual art, which is going to be a part of our session today. Okay. So before we begin with that, we will start with some warm up exercises. Okay. तो जैसे हम कोई एक्सरसाइज भी करते हैं तो हमें एक वार्म अप एक्सरसाइज होता है ना, तो we'll start with that first. But before that, couple of instructions to keep in mind. These are things that we will need today. अगर आपके पास वो पेपर है जो व्हाट्सएप ग्रुप पे शेयर किया हुआ था, उसका प्रिंट लिया है या फिर वो पेपर रेडी है, तो भी इट इज फाइन. ओके. And because you will not get time to draw those things because there's a lot of other things that we need to cover. Pen, pencils or color pens or crayons, sketch pens, anything will do. These are the things that we are going to use today. And most importantly, all emotions and feelings are valid. Here, there is no right, wrong, positive, negative. Whatever is coming to your mind when you are doing that art, feel it. Allow it to feel it. Because after that, we are going to release it. We are not going to absorb anything. Even if it is a disempowering emotion, we are not going to absorb anything. We will release it. And lastly, have a childlike curiosity. Okay. So forget that you are an adult, especially in the next 1 hour. बचपन में हम सभी ने ड्राइंग एंजॉय किया होगा, आर्ट एंजॉय किया होगा, तो हम उसको एंजॉय करेंगे फॉर द नेक्स्ट 1 hour. We'll forget that अरे ये तो this sounds so childish or something of that sort. No, we'll have a childlike curiosity. And lastly, love the art that you create. I'm so glad that at least this session is virtual. I'm not sure अगर कोई साथ में दो लोग attend कर रहे हैं तो, but because it is virtual, at least people will not start comparing. Otherwise, generally क्या होता है, अरे तुम्हारा art मेरा art comparison हो जाता है. So whatever you make, it is your art. Own it and love it. Okay. So shall we start? Shall we start with the warm up exercises? Everybody should be ready with a paper and pen or pencil right now. Everybody is ready. If you are ready, type ready on the chat. Otherwise, we give a few seconds for others to get ready. So Fareen is ready. Rohan is ready. Jyoti is also ready. Okay. Lot of you are ready. 5 minutes, Chiranta, 5 seconds. Okay. So 2 minutes. So the next activity that we have to do is also spanning for 2 minutes. Is also spanning for 2 minutes. So till the time Chirant also gets ready and till the time the slide is being shared, others can start. Okay, it's a very simple exercise, warm up exercise. Okay, draw your breath. Okay, now ये कैसा exercise है? How do we draw our breath? और उसका क्या connection है therapy के साथ? Now I'll explain, and in the next slide details will be there, so don't worry about it. Okay, breath is something that connects our mind and body. When we are anxious, when we are overthinking, जब हम बहुत ज्यादा सोचते हैं, जब हम नेगेटिव सोचते हैं, तब भी हमारे we breathe very fast, we think very fast, we fall short of breath, we become breathless. That also happens. That sometimes that leads to anxiety attacks or panic attacks also. But when we are calm, when we, especially after a pranayam session, if you all would have tried pranayam, after a pranayam session, you realize that you take longer breaths. Your breath is relaxed. When your breath is relaxed, your mind and body both are also relaxed. So when we tune in to the session, when we are checking into the session today, we are going to first settle down our bodies and minds. Remember, I told you art is where your body and mind is connected. Okay. So what we are supposed to do is, this thing that you see on the screen is nothing but you are drawing your breath. Okay, ये आप नेचुरली भी नोटिस करोगे, आप पेंसिल लेना सभी सोचना कि मुझे अपना ब्रेथ ड्रॉ करना है, और आप नोटिस करोगे कि द मोमेंट यू आर इनहेलिंग, जब आप इनहेल कर रहे हो ना, आपका पेंसिल ऊपर की तरफ जा रहा है अपने आप, ऑटोमेटिकली होगा, सबके साथ होगा। और जब व्हेन यू आर एक्सहेलिंग यू विल टेक द पेंसिल डाउन, okay, automatically. Before I could give this the same instruction, because that's how art works, it connects the mind as well as and the body. So जब आप ऊपर का stroke करो, you have to take a deep inhale, then take a pause at this portion, top portion, and then when you are exhaling, you have to make a down stroke. Okay, the if and it is not necessary कि वो sine wave में consistent wave pattern होना चाहिए. If you are taking a longer breath, the stroke will be longer. If you are taking a shorter breath, it will be shorter. Okay, now this was a longer breath. If the pause is longer, this will be longer. Okay, so we start this. This is just a warm up exercise. Next exercise is even more interesting. So I'll set the timer and I'll let you know when 3 minutes are done. Try to finish one, like from start to end of the page, at least one scale. Notice how you are feeling while doing this. One more minute to go. Okay, so 3 minutes are over. How many of you are feeling little more relaxed now? In fact, wanted to continue. Anyone who wanted to
Ma'am,
continue? Yes.
ma'am, can you tell me again? Actually, there was a network problem.
Huh. So Sachi, what we are supposed to do is the activity, we'll be moving towards the next activity, but just make a note that we have to make a wave like a structure. And when you are inhaling, you have to make the upper stroke. Okay, and then take a pause as you can see here, and then when you are exhaling, जब आप सांस छोड़ रहे हो उस समय आपको डाउन स्ट्रोक करना है, ठीक है? Do
Okay,
you feel,
ma'am.
yeah. Others, do you feel a difference in your state of mind, feeling little more relaxed now? Yes. Pragya says yes. Okay, same for Gargi. Breath became more deep. Yes, we became aware of our breath. That's right. That's what happens. And in fact, what you now the objective of this exercise is not only to restrict it to the session, but also to use it. How will you use it? कभी आप बहुत एंशियस फील कर रहे हो बट परेशान फील कर रहे हो उस समय ट्राई करना यही वेव बनाने का और आप देखोगे कि आपकी ब्रेथ बहुत शॉर्ट है एंड देन सडनली यू रियलाइज व्हाई इज माय ब्रेथ सो शॉर्ट देन यू टेक लॉन्गर inhales and the waves are longer. Okay, next exercise. Next activity is you have to write an appreciation letter to yourself. Okay, so wherever you have drawn this breath, just below that, you have to write an appreciation letter to self. But there is one small condition. Okay, the condition is you don't have to lift the pen. You cannot lift the pen for the next 1 minute. Okay, so I'm giving you 10 seconds to think what you can write because क्या होता है ना कई बार जब हम ये एक्सरसाइज करते हैं ना तो लोग बोलते हैं अपने लिए अप्रिशिएट क्या लिखना है ऐसे भी होता है so I'm giving you 10 seconds you all can think and when I start the timer I'll give you 1 minute but you are not supposed to lift the pen पेन उठाना नहीं है कंटिन्यूअसली लिखते जाना है खुद को अप्रिसिएशन लेटर. Okay, ज्यादा कुछ end towards the end because you don't have to lift the pen you can even write statements like I love myself, I take care of myself, I'm special, whatever you feel but you have to appreciate yourself. Okay, so I'm starting the timer. Yes, start appreciation letter for yourself. So time is up. I hope you all enjoyed this because what we have written now will be useful for another activity. Okay? How many of you found it a little difficult at the beginning and had to think for some time in between? Found it difficult to not lift the pen? Okay, so some of you are saying yes. Because we are not used to appreciating ourselves. हम सोचने लग जाते हैं, right? And then for interviews, we want to talk about our strengths. So, and that's why I always say during my sessions also that whatever is there in your subconscious, that will come out. If you don't consider something as your strength but are saying for the sake of saying it, then it won't help. So Arya ji is doing it every day. Perfect. That's wonderful. Something that deserves a, yeah, smiley. Okay. So let's continue. The flow of the session going forward will be we'll meditate for some time and then we'll create an art with respect to the same meditation and then we'll do some amount of journaling. Okay, a little bit of journaling will also be there. So let's relax ourselves and let's prepare ourselves for the meditation. Close your eyes if that makes you feel comfortable. Take a deep breath. Look at your journey of life, your initial years of your life, your childhood, your school, those teachers who were an inspiration. Then look at the next few years of being a teenager, the songs you enjoyed, the struggles you had. Come to the present. Today, I reflect on this journey called life. Like every journey, there are milestones I celebrated, and there were moments I felt weak. I surrendered. As a warrior, I kept fighting and winning. Like every journey has a destination. What do I want my destination to be? Visualize a clear picture of what I'm going to say right now. Fast forward to 31st December 2023, the end of this year. You are standing in front of the mirror. What are you telling yourself? What would you like to tell yourself? What do you find telling yourself? In this journey towards this destination, Let me travel life. Let me let go old beliefs, thought patterns, and habits. Anything and everything that makes my journey difficult. Visualize a very, very clear picture of yourself on 31st of December 2023. I let go anything that doesn't let this destination manifest. जो भी चीजें मेरे इस वर्जन को सामने आने नहीं देंगे, उन चीजों को I let go. Today, consciously, I choose to let go everything that isn't helpful. Now, think of three things you would like to let go to make this vision a reality. अभी आपने जिसको देखा, जिस मैं को देखा, उसे सत्य करने के लिए जिन चीजों की आवश्यकता नहीं है, ऐसे तीन चीजों को मन के स्क्रीन पर लाए. It could be your negative self-talk, something someone else told to you, किसी और ने आपसे कुछ कहा, someone broke your trust, किसी ने आपको धोखा दिया, क्रिटिसाइज किया, सबके सामने इंसल्ट की, किसी ने आपकी अपेक्षाएं पूरी नहीं की, someone didn't meet your expectation. Three things that cause pain to you. Today, I let go these three things because I choose to travel life. I deserve peace. I deserve happiness. I deserve love. And today, I decide to give this peace, love, and happiness to myself. मुझे किसी से कुछ नहीं चाहिए. I do not seek it outside, but I give this peace, love, and happiness to myself. मैं स्वयं को देने के लिए सशक्त हूँ. God, the Supreme Parent, my friend, is with me in every moment of this journey. The universe has my backing. Now, loudly and clearly, मन में नहीं, but मुख से बोलना है. I choose to be peaceful. I choose to be happy. I choose to stay powerful in every moment of life. Whenever you are ready, slowly come back. So I believe with that All of you may be feeling a little more light now. Now is the time to for the art. Now, if you have this already, otherwise you can quickly make 3 balloons. And जो 3 चीजें हमने सोची, feeling relaxed. Good, Rohan. It was your creation. You were able to do it, and you have to remind yourself that if I can do it now, if I can do it on 19th March 6:30, then I can do it every day. Okay, it's in my hand. तो ये पेपर लेना है और write those 3 things that you decided to let go in these balloons. 1, 2, and 3. We are moving towards the art creation part. It could be self-doubt, confusion. It could be the low self-esteem, anger, stress, low confidence. और किसी एक व्यक्ति के प्रति भी हो सकता है, कुछ हो हमारे मन में जिसको हम लेट गो करना चाहते हैं. Why we have to let go? Because we decide to travel life. Okay? Does anybody mind sharing what you all have written? Any one thing from the 3 things that you wish to let go. Once you are done, then you can type on the chat. Because it is your art, you need to spend enough time for the same. Self-doubt, yes. Nervousness, yes. It could be negative self-talk also. Wasting time on social media. Ah, that's an interesting one. Fear, yes, very, very important. So these are things that we wish to let go. Procrastination, yes. Again, a interesting one. Because we don't even realize कि हम procrastination कर रहे हैं. Okay? Now, why do we have to let go these things? Gossip, yeah, again, one of the biggest energy suckers. बहुत एनर्जी वेस्ट होती है गॉसिप से. Now, in the meditation, we created thoughts that we want to let go, we want to travel light. Anger, Sachi says anger. Yes, Sachi wants to give up being angry. Okay. Now, especially if there is something related to another particular individual. Now, Pragya says negative self-talk, overuse of social media, things that I wish to let go. Yes. Weight of others' opinions, self-criticism, negative self-talk, forgive others and pass. Forgive self also, forgive others also. Interesting list by both Pragya and Binduji. Okay. Now, especially if it is something related to किसी एक व्यक्ति के लिए, किसी और ने कुछ बोला, लोगों की opinions, तो हमें forgiveness word की जगह we can use this word called release. Okay, if you have something against you also, किसी ने अगर negative self talk लिखा है, जो some of you have written, one of the things that you need to let go, consciously release yourself from that negative self talk. Release that person you have in your mind जिसके opinion से आपको परेशानी होती है. Very, very consciously. Okay, you can choose to color the balloons at this point of time. And once you are done coloring, please put a done on the chat. And color also
Ma'am,
has
can you tell
cycle.
me again?
Yeah. So, Sachi, have you written down 3 things in the balloons that you wish to let go?
Yes, ma'am.
So now you can color the balloons. And okay, I want everyone to decide 3 colors for the 3 balloons, and then I will speak about something known as color psychology. Decide 3 colors for the 3 balloons.
Lavender, red, white.
Okay. According to color psychology, we choose a darker color or a warm tone color when the thing has impacted us more. You'll naturally choose a lighter color if the thing hasn't impacted you much. This is what color psychology says about this art exercise. Is it true for anyone here? It was true for me.
Arti, I chose for this social media on wasting time on social media. I chose red one. For procrastination, I choose this one blue, and for negative thoughts or gossip, for that orange color. I don't
Okay,
know.
so
Randomly,
and
I
which one do you do the most? Social media?
yes,
That's why the darker color, no red. And procrastination, maybe you're trying to work on it, and to some extent you have succeeded. Is that the case?
yes,
Yes. So blue is the lighter color. So for Pragya also it was true. Pooja says yellow. So that's the whole thing, no? हमको पता भी नहीं चलता है कि हमने ये कलर चूज किया, बट सबकॉन्शियस में वो उसी कलर की तरफ हम अट्रैक्ट होंगे जैसा वो इमोशन रहा होगा. And that's what our therapists do inside the counseling cabin room. They tell us to do these art exercises and they uncover the layers of our subconscious mind. हमें consciously भी पता नहीं हो. So, Pooja, it is like तीनों चीजों में से ना the lighter color you will choose. For example, I choose the lighter color for the third balloon. It means that उस चीज ने मुझे सबसे कम impact किया है, या उस चीज को मैंने उतनी strongly नहीं पकड़ के रखा है कि उसको let go करने में मुझे problem हो रही है. Like that. So it will be in comparison to the other colors because it is relative and it will be subjective for everyone. Okay? Whenever you are done coloring, let me know on the chat. And very, very important, when you are coloring the balloons, feel and understand your state of mind. आपको क्या feel हो रहा है, उस feeling को समझना है. Okay? And when you are finished coloring the balloon, whenever you are finished coloring the balloon, create this visualization that इस balloon की तरह आपने उसको air में release कर दिया. And it is no more a part of you. So even while coloring, you create this thought that I'm letting go
वो
this
मार्केटिंग
emotion.
करते हैं.
I'm releasing this emotion. It is no more a part of me. अश्विनी ब्रदर, आप कुछ कह रहे थे?
सॉरी दीदी, नहीं नहीं ऐसा कुछ नहीं.
ओके ओके, ठीक. While coloring, I'm letting go this emotion. It is no more a part of me. Today I consciously choose to release Done? Okay, great. So couple of you are done. You can type done on the chat. Done. Okay, that's great. Now I want you to write a note. Now there are, if you can see, there are spaces for two notes. One, I want you to write a note for yourself. And अगर किसी और के लिए कुछ है, for most of you, there was nothing which was something related to someone else. But अगर है, जैसे बिंदु जी had written opinions of others, write a note to them and write a note for yourself. Okay? Write a note to yourself that I'm letting this go, I'm releasing this, it is no more a part of me, and anything else that you want to write. This is the journaling part. Sachi is done? Okay, writing. Right, right. And whenever you all are done, again type a done on the chat so that we can proceed. Done. Okay, Ankita is done. Rohan is also done. I'll wait for one more done. Three done and okay, Arya ji is also done. Good. Now create this visual. Everyone close your eyes. Look at your paper. Sorry, if you close your eyes, you'll not be able to look at your paper. First, look at your paper, then close your eyes. And visualize that these balloons have been released high up in the air. Say the note that you have written for yourself. And if you have written something for someone else, say the note to them. Bring that person on the screen of your mind. उस व्यक्ति को सामने लेकर आए और यही चीज उस व्यक्ति को बोले. Okay, great. You can come back. You can practice this. Any other time, whenever these emotions come back and you feel heavy, look at this paper and remind yourself that I have consciously chosen to let go this. Now I want you to think about three strengths of yours. अपने खुद के बारे में तीन strengths सोचे. And I want everybody to also type it on the chat. Why? Because everyone was finding it difficult to appreciate ourselves, isn't it? तो अपने स्ट्रेंथ्स को आज खुद को भी बोलना है और चैट पे अपनी ये जो हमारी कम्युनिटी है उनके साथ भी शेयर करनी है. आपके अंदर कौन से तीन स्ट्रेंथ्स है? What is it that makes you unique? Three strengths. Type it on the chat. Everyone. Consciously we'll think and we'll share. Not one, but not two, but three. Krupa says strong, smiling, and creative. Arya ji says patient, hardworking, and kindness. Wonderful. I'll wait for couple more. टाइम लगता है ना कभी कभी स्ट्रेंथ सोचने में, बट today we'll create one art that we'll keep in front of our eyes that will remind ourselves of our strength. Rohan says humble, calm, and dedicated. Wonderful. That's a nice list. Dedication is important. Hard working is also important. Creativity is also important. Chiran says gratitude, kind, and calm. Wonderful. Brave, hardworking, committed, loyal. Okay, I like how you created one more strength. Yes, the list should never end. We appreciating ourselves. I'll wait for few more because I want all of you to put it out there that I'm sharing with people around me that yes, these are my strengths. Meaning you are acknowledging it and you are sending a message to the universe that I know that I have these strengths. And when there are times when I feel lack of these strengths, it will be a reminder because I have acknowledged in the front of the community as well. Gayatri says loyal, kind, honest. Wonderful. Nice list. Let me also make my list. Consistent on works, hardworking, self-belief. That's interesting. Parveen, good one. Okay. Now what I want you to do is, if you already have this paper prepared, good. Otherwise, in this heart, you can write your name. You have to write your name here. So if Arya ji is making it, Arya ji will write her name here. And in these three hearts, write those three strengths of yours. Forgiveness, patience, consistent. So forgiveness, if it is to an extent कि वो आपके मन में आपको bother नहीं कर रहा है, then it is a strength. लेकिन बाहर से सामने से आपने so called forgive कर दिया है, आपने उसको कुछ नहीं बोला, आपने उससे प्यार से बात कर रहे हैं, लेकिन अंदर ही अंदर आप घुट रहे हैं, then it becomes a weakness. Okay? Pooja says good interpersonal skill, creative, confident in public speech. Wonderful. So write it in the three hearts, and you can color it as.
Ma'am, so when you will tell yours?
You want to hear mine? So I've written humble, caring, and giver. And you can color it as well. This is a document we'll preserve. We'll keep it in a place wherein we can utilize there in our eye contact. Sachi said kindness, calm, and smile. Gargi says kind, honest, hardworking. Good. can type done on it. Of you, I believe, are done. Because you have switched on your videos, I think. Rohan is done. Jyoti is also done. Gargi is also done. Pragya is also done. Okay, a lot of you are done. So we'll proceed. And I want you to keep this document in front of you. कहीं इसको ऐसे अपने टेबल के पास कहीं इसको stick कर लेना है, so that you consciously remind yourself every day. See, whatever things we had written that we have to let go. Honestly answer this. हर किसी को आंसर करना है खुद को. जो चीजें हमने 3 बलून्स में लिखी फॉर लेट गो, वो एवरीडे हमें याद आती है. एवरीडे हमें हमारे दिमाग में वो बात आती है. yes or no? Almost every day. If not every day, चलो almost every day. That's why it is there in our conscious, subconscious. Yes or no? Yes. For Chirant, it is yes. Pragya also it is yes. So if every day we can consciously hold or unconsciously, let's say now it has become an unconscious thing. At a subconscious level, if every day we can have things जो हमें जरूरत की नहीं है, if it isn't helpful, still it is there. So why can't we have our strengths every day in our mind? So that's why balloon ko let go. If you can preserve that paper or even crumple it and not use it, like just keep it aside, that balloon thing. If you want to keep it, just to remind yourself that you have released it. Okay? Yes. So Rohan says in the balloon he has mentioned 3 things, but there might be more stuff to let go. Then you can make a list in the same page and consciously create those thoughts that you have released it. That's how you work towards it. Okay? And अगर जैसे what I was trying to say is, if every day we can keep in our minds things which are not helpful, every day we can keep in our minds our strengths as well. So all of us will keep this paper in front of us.
आरती,
Okay?
अभी इसमें हम लोगों ने अभी स्ट्रेंथ लिखा है ना 3 हार्ट में, सो उसमें
हाँ.
और भी हम लोग फील कर सकते हैं क्या?
Definitely, definitely. Please fill करिए, वेब बनाइए उसका. और वो आपका नाम है नीचे. So it is like, it is a part of you. It's a part of your personality. Okay. And this is my last message for the day. A reminder for all of us. I want everybody to write, yes, I am. After reading this, read this aloud and write on the chat, yes, I am. You are braver than you believe. You are stronger than you seem. And you are smarter than you think. Feel it. Yes, I am. Wonderful. Feeling is important. Fareen also says, yes, I am. Wonderful. Great. So that brings us to an end of today's session. And I hope the session was useful. It was in a different flow. The topic was different. The flow was different. I can still see some yes, I am coming, which is good. You are sending a message to the universe that you are aware of your strengths and you are stronger and braver. Okay?
हेलो मैम.
Thank you, Pooja ji. Yes.
एक्चुअली मुझे कुछ शेयर करना था एंड आपसे कुछ एडवाइस भी चाहिए था उसके ऊपर.
हाँ. हाँ, अभी शेयर करना है.
एक्चुअली मेरा लाइफ मतलब कि जब से मैंने ग्रेड ज्वाइन किया है तो मतलब कि जॉब के बाद क्या हो रहा है कि हम सारा दिन मतलब मेरा 9 to 7 जॉब का पार्ट रहता है. ठीक है. उसके बाद फिर मेरा पार्ट टाइम का रहता है. उसके बाद फिर स्टडी करना रहता है तो वो रात के 2-3 बज जाते हैं फिर करते करते. ठीक है. तो डेली का लाइफ मेरा बस इसी में स्टक होकर के रह गया है. तो इससे थोड़ा क्योंकि फिर सेल्फ केयर का टाइम ही नहीं मिलता बिल्कुल. तो इसे थोड़ा ओवरकम करना चाह रहे थे तो उसके ऊपर एडवाइस है.
फरीन, व्हाट डू यू डू टू रिलैक्स योरसेल्फ? जब बहुत स्ट्रेस हो या बहुत ऐसे काम है आज तो मुझे रिलैक्स करना है, तो व्हाट डू यू जनरली डू? व्हाट इज योर गो टू थिंग?
इसलिए वो सोचने का टाइम ही नहीं मिलता क्योंकि अगर 9 to 7 जॉब करके आते हैं देन आते आते रात 9 बज जाता है. मेरे घर से ऑफिस का डिस्टेंस कुछ 3 आवर्स का है तो डेली ट्रैवल करना पड़ता है. तो इतना मतलब कि इतना माइंड में वो चीज रहता ही नहीं है, जस्ट मतलब कि बेड पे जाओ और फिर सो जाओ, ऐसा है।
Right. So, Farin is someone who is managing studies. She's part of a course, and then she's working plus the traveling time. तो बहुत सारी चीजों की वजह से सेल्फ केयर के लिए टाइम नहीं मिल पाता है. But
Yes,
Farin, what we have to do is consciously we'll have to take out time. Okay, what you can do is just try this from tomorrow. Try it for 3 days and then you message me. Let's see what more we can do. आप जितने भी बजे उठते हैं ना, उससे 15-20 मिनट जल्दी उठना. ठीक है. और सबसे पहले तो कल आपने जो ये स्ट्रेंथ्स वाला ये डॉक्यूमेंट है, इसको सामने रख के खुद को अप्रिशिएट करना और अपने स्ट्रेंथ्स को याद करना, कुछ एफर्मेशंस प्रैक्टिस करना. यू कैन गेट इन टच विथ मी, आई शेयर दोज एफर्मेशंस विथ यू दैट टुडे इज अ ब्यूटीफुल डे, आई हैव टाइम टू रिलैक्स. Okay, try this. When I was doing my MBA, plus I was doing these sessions, and there were a lot of other things also. Uh, I used to have this thought कि मेरे पास टाइम नहीं है, अरे टाइम नहीं है, अरे टाइम नहीं है. और 3-4 दिन के बाद मुझे रियलाइज हुआ कि ये बहुत ज्यादा हो रहा है, मैं बहुत ज्यादा बार ये बोल रही हूँ कि टाइम नहीं है, टाइम नहीं है. Then what I did was I changed that statement. उसी बिजी शेड्यूल में, इनफैक्ट शेड्यूल और ज्यादा बिजी हो गया था इसके कुछ दिनों बाद, क्योंकि असाइनमेंट्स और एग्जाम्स थे. मैंने ये लाइन बोलना स्टार्ट कर दिया, मेरे पास बहुत टाइम. और you won't believe, Farheen, after 7 days, I started feeling relaxed. So I continued it, and the 7th day, I started feeling better. क्योंकि काम उतना ही होता था, but because I started saying कि मेरे पास बहुत टाइम है, I could see that I could fit in my self-care routine, my relaxation routine somewhere. So you can start with waking up at least 15 minutes early, practicing affirmations, just taking some deep breaths. Now, walking I wouldn't say because already आप travel कर रहे हो, लेकिन कुछ deep breaths लेना, कुछ yoga वगैरह करना, कुछ affirmations practice करना. You can try this and always remember कि ये भी एक temporary phase है. Once your course is done and you start a new job, it will be better. So this phase is to help you now teach time management. And you can add time management as a skill in your resume because you are handling couple of things, job and then education. I always say when you use an adjective for yourself in during the interview or in your resume, justify it through example. So you can say that this phase has taught you time management. Okay.
ओके मैम, बट अभी तो मेरा जैसे कोर्स कंप्लीट हो चुका है तो ऑलरेडी,
हाँ. हाँ.
मतलब कि हम लोग का सितंबर में खत्म हो गया था. तो अभी जैसे है कि मेरा कि जॉब के बाद मेरा पार्ट टाइम रहता है एक्चुअली.
Okay. So you are working in a part-time role now.
पार्ट टाइम प्लस फुल टाइम ऑल्सो.
So you are doing two jobs right now. Is that the case?
यस मैम, यस मैम.
Okay. Okay. And how long is the part-time thing? I mean,
थ्री
it's
टू
like an
फोर
intern.
आवर्स
No,
3 to
no,
4
that
hours.
no, मतलब it's like an internship thing that you have to do for 3 to 4 months, or it's like an ongoing thing जो करना ही.
ऑनगोइंग करना ही है उसको.
Okay, okay. So then very very consciously and very smartly you will have to find out time. अपने schedule के बीच में ना आपको adjust करना पड़ेगा. और जो आपका full time job है या जो I believe the part time is job is something related to analytics or some course that you want to get into in future. Is that the case?
मैं एक्चुअली वो अकाउंट्स के बेस पे.
अच्छा. Okay. और full time वाला
फुल टाइम वाला वो मेरे MIS का है, MIS
MIS.
एग्जीक्यूटिव.
ओके ओके. सो व्हाट आई वाज ट्राइंग टू से कि जो आपके लिए आगे के लिए बेनिफिशियल, आपके फ्यूचर विजन के साथ जो अलाइन करता है, वो जॉब में यू डू एवरीथिंग. बट द अदर थिंग, सी इफ यू कैन डेलीगेट समथिंग. आप कोई किसी और को असाइन कर सकते हो, किसी और की हेल्प ले सकते हो, और ऐसे करके आप ऑफिस के बीच में खुद के लिए थोड़ा समय निकाल सकते हो क्या, ताकि आप थोड़े रिलैक्स भी रहो. बिकॉज दिस ऑल्सो इज अ पार्ट ऑफ लीडरशिप स्किल, being able to
यस मैम.
delegate tasks to others. तो ये भी ट्राई करें. और भी कुछ है तो डेफिनेटली 1-to-1 वी कैन कनेक्ट. ओके.
थैंक यू सो
ओके.
मच.
थैंक यू. So one thing that I wanted to add about Binduji, she had written that red color was for opinions of others, light green was for negative self-talk, and blue was for forgiveness. So if we go by the color psychology thing, then the first thing was maybe would have impacted you the most. And you have chosen blue, meaning forgiveness is something you have already started practicing and it is helping you. That could be the case. Is this true for you, Binduji? Did the first one impact you the
Hi,
most?
Aditi.
Yes, yes.
Yes, yes, that is so true.
Yeah, so that's how the subconscious and the color psychology works. Pooja ji, the reason was that otherwise अगर वो condition नहीं होता ना तो हम सिर्फ एक दो लाइन ही लिखते. We were forcing our brains to think about our strengths and appreciate ourselves. We were forcing our brains because when we tried, अगर वो condition नहीं होता ना तो अगर आप लिखने जाते कि ये मेरा strength है, आपको सामने से mind में ऐसे thought आ जाता कि नहीं but मेरे friend को तो ये true नहीं लगता. So I did not give you time for any waste thought. Consciously, deliberately, purposefully appreciate yourself without giving any break or any other reason, any excuse by the brain. Okay, Ankita. That's interesting. You can share with me later on about what were the three things that you had mentioned. Okay. And I'll open the group. If please share your artworks that you all have done on the WhatsApp group. Please do that. I love to see some of your artworks. Okay. Thank you, everyone. Thank you so much for joining in on a Sunday evening. And I hope we'll meet very, very soon. Till then, take care. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Thank you.
Bye, ma'am. Have a nice
Bye,
day.
Sachi. Same to you. Yeah, next will be the topic will be good vibes, good life for the next session. We'll meet in the next session, Krupaj. Thank you, Gayatri. Take care, everyone.